Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed my last video tutorial about setting goals, and I hope that you followed all my little cheeky social media posts to help you set your own goals and that you're well on your way to smashing through them. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was how to actually be really mindful to yourself and how to keep on track. So I suppose this is a keeping on track tutorial, and one thing that I studied a lot in the last year for my masters was performance anxiety, and with all of that came a whole load of research that I did on setting goals and how to achieve your best. And one of the biggest fundamental things that we can all do to really keep us on track and keep us focused on the positive is journaling. And there's lots in the press and in the media and loads of research that's been done recently on mindfulness. And I'm not talking about the kind of mindfulness where you give yourself an excuse to go have a massage, although that's really beneficial to you as well. I'm talking about the kind of mindfulness where you've now set your goals and your targets, and you've set about how you're going to achieve that this week, today, this week, this month, this half term, this term, and so on. And then how you can go about making sure that you do that you're in the right place in your mind and in your physical strength to achieve those. Because let's face it, we have to talk about the lion in the room, which is sometimes the negative voices that can come in and just not sometimes be very useful. You know, we might go to an audition next week and it just knocks your confidence a little bit, and how we can really come out on top of that. And journaling is the way forward. So along with your goals, now it's really important that every day you mark your progress. And yes, it's really hard to stay focused on the positive and not let the negative things come into effect and take a hold of us. But actually research suggests that staying put on the positive outcomes actually helps you achieve more. So there you go, science has told us, so let's stick to that. So something that I like to do with my students, and teachers, you can do this for yourself or you can do this with your students too, and students, you can do this, young singers, you can do this for yourself. At the end of each day, give yourself an opportunity to mark where you've come in terms of your goals. So if your long-term goal is to perform in the West End and you've already marked that back, if, for example, today or this week your focus was to practice a little bit more, so for today that meant that you've done your 20-minute practice. Perhaps your teacher's given you a target for the week. Perhaps you've got your own individual target for the week. So focus on that target for the week or for today, or maybe do a bit of each, and actually mark down in your journal what you have achieved today to get you to that target. Okay, it's really difficult to block out the negative, but what we want to train ourselves to do is to focus on what we have done rather than what we haven't done. We know the things we haven't done, but what often gets missed out is the things that we have done, and focusing on those things will help you springboard tomorrow and the next week and the next month, I promise. And you just have to trust me with that, and then you'll see for yourself the rewards are far greater than focusing on the negative. What I like to do to keep things a little bit real is, if I feel like I have, for example, let myself down in some kind of way, there's nothing wrong with saying what you could have done better, because that helps you just tick over those matters of fact. If you know that it's not you being tough on yourself. So for example, if my goal for this week was to increase my time that I'm practicing, and actually yesterday I chose time unwisely and I decided to let myself sit on Facebook for 20 minutes, then I can say to myself, I would have done that differently. I'm not going to get hung up on it. I'm just going to make it my target for today to not let that be my down point. So what I do with myself and with my students is I say, okay, what have I achieved today? And then by the end of the week, it'll be, what have I achieved this week? Are there any things that I would have done differently? What am I looking forward to achieving next week? And that will be in line with your targets. And how am I going to get there? Okay, so that will help you set your next week's targets as well. It's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? But I hope that makes sense. And the most important thing is that we start a dialogue, and that you start a dialogue with the people around you, with the people that you admire. I'm more than happy for you to get in touch with me if you need some help directing those energies a little bit more. It's absolutely fine. I'm here to help you. Obviously, my main day job is to be a phenomenal singing teacher, so I hope you'll also contact me to help you with your singing goals. Either via my website ac@ameliacarvoice.com, or you might want to email me ac@ameliacarvoice.com. Or you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can email me your questions that help formulate my videos for the future. Take care.